Hello lollies, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today we have the yearly prediction for 2022 and it is for SUGA Yoongi. So we're going to have a look at what's coming in 2022 for Yoongi. I've got a little bit of a different layout today. It's not too much of a different, but somehow I was told that the positions of the cards, especially the oracle cards, are important, so I left them where they were supposed to be. But then we still have the 4 piles of tarot cards here to indicate what's coming for Yoongi in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the last quarter of 2022. So we're gonna have a look at his career, his personal development, and also personal relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can just be the relationship that is significant. What is the word? Yeah, the most significant relationship around that time, around that period of time for you in Yoongi's life. In the middle here, we've got the overall energy of the year 2022. So that will cover the entire, it's just the theme, so to say, to give us like an overlook of what to expect for Yoongi in 2022. Okay, so let's get started. Start with this. Of course, we're gonna start with the theme first. We've got 3 cards here. This one we have Snake Spirit, Time to Heal. Let's put this down. Then we have Warp Spirit, Sometimes Life Stings. You know, when these 2 cards came out, first thing I was like, oh, what's going on? I was a little bit like taken aback, and was kind of like in defensive mode. I was like, oh my god, what's going on for Yoongi in 2022? Then I guess it makes sense that they came out together. First thing, the Warp Spirit, it talks about sometimes this major events in life that makes us disappointed, like disappoint us, and there's nothing we could do about it. We could feel really devastated, we could feel like life is unfair, we could feel like everything's crumbling down. It's almost like the Tower moment, but in a way that in the midst of this we have to understand that it happens so that something good can come as well. Like the the underlining messages of this card is to take pain as is it. Like, you know, when we hurt and we acknowledge the pain, it's a lot easier to deal with it rather than to blame something else, or rather than to finding something else to channel our energy on. And then this healing card came out. It makes sense because you know, when we down, disappointed, and hurt, if we channel those energy, like we could feel disappointed, we could feel that life's unfair, we could feel angry, and if we channel those energies into doing something else, like we're trying to make a rebound, or we're trying to distract ourselves from the actual matter, it's not gonna help. It's only gonna make the matter worse. So instead of that, if we focus our energy into the matter itself and heal from it, better things will come to us. So I guess in 2022 there will be major events that hurt Yoongi, or make him really disappointed, and then he will have to take a lot of time healing from it. I don't feel like this is something physical. And then when I was like looking at this card, I'm hearing relationship, like romantic relationship. love, things like that. And then I've never looked at this card closely enough, but then I'm seeing that he's shredding. So it's part of the progress to growth for Yoongi. Like, he has to go through this in order to grow and in order to become a better version of himself, in order to really understand himself. Like, sometimes we have to honor the pain because it's a part of us and it's what makes us as well. But yet the snake is always the symbol of rejuvenation, resilience, and growth, and wisdom as well, for my culture. So I guess when I saw this one, I was like, oh, what is it? But then when I saw this card, I was like, okay, it makes sense. There's not too much to worry about. It is something that he has to go through. What is it, like, I don't know, I just felt like Yoongi is really calm about this. Is what I got when I was like doing the premeditation as well. He takes it like a champ. But yeah, let's have a look at the next card. And it's funny, I know what this card is, but when I was looking at this card, I feel like it's something to do with relationship, romantic relationship, and look, the next card came out was love. So I was like, okay, so there's gonna be a heartbreak of some kind, or maybe not even a heartbreak. It's like he loves someone but they disappoint him. But then this card is such a bright and cheerful and happy card. So I do feel like even if Yoongi is disappointed in his romantic relationship, there's a lot of different types of love around him, like love from family, from the members, for his love for music, for what he's doing. Like, the romantic love is not the only love that exists in this universe, and I think Yoongi more than anyone else understands that very well. But it just happened that when you love someone so much and they disappoint you, you can't help but feeling hurt from that. But then I guess the reason why Yoongi is super calm about this is just because he knows it's a part of life, and even though he's hurt and disappointed, he knows that he will grow from this. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot cards. So hopefully we'll get more clarification along the way. Let's have a look at his first quarter of the year. We've got his career. This is the Six of Wands. Didn't Namjoon has this card as well? I think so. So this is accomplishment, this is recognition, this is victory, this is people worshipping him, this is people cheering for him, this is Yoongi being set out from the crown. I will say it again. I think I said it for Seokjin and Namjoon as well. There will be big accomplishment, big achievement in the first quarter of 2022. Something that is very significant, something that they have gone against a lot of adversity to pursue this achievement, and they finally got it, and like, it's rising above everyone else and rising above all the difficulties. This is something that Yoongi has put a lot of effort into. I think I've explained it enough with Namjoon and this card. It's just something very liberating as well. It's like freeing him from a lot of worries and a lot of burdens. So that is like a really, really good card for career to start. And for his personal development in the first quarter of 2022, we've got the Page of Pentacles. To me, this talks about re-evaluating his own values, what he has to offer and what he can offer to others. I do feel like he still wants to keep something for himself, I do feel like this is concerning a romantic relationship. It's like he's about to give he's about to give almost everything he has to someone, but he's still thinking about it, you know, like it's a big risk to give someone your love. It's basically giving them the power to hurt you. And I don't want to say this, but basing on the cards that we've got so far, I do feel like if Yoongi gives his only coin to this person, he's gonna get hurt. And I feel like he knows it, he feels it, he could sense it. But he's still like, but I like this person so much, I want to give it away. But I do feel like he's hesitating because he knows that if he gives it away, he could lose it. He could lose what he's giving away. But still, he wants to give it away. If you notice, this how do you say it? Like a kind of flower or string, just like tying him, holding him back. I think it is his sense of like responsibility. What his, you know, the heart and the brain. This is the brain and this is the heart. Like the heart wants to give it away, but the brain is like, no, you need to reconsider this. But I think what Yoongi doesn't see that this is not the only thing he has. This is not everything that he has. He has a lot around him as well. He just doesn't realize it. But still, like, because he's so focused on this coin only, he feels like this is the biggest risk that I would do. It's like opening up to this person, or like giving this person the permission to be so significant in my life. But yeah, I think he's like going over it multiple times. Like he's really thinking about it. Like it's a battle between the brain and the heart. And funny thing, I know what the next card is. I've never looked at all the cards, to be honest, because when I shuffle them, I usually just turn them up. This card is about Yoongi's personal relationship in the first quarter of 2022, and it's the same card. It's the same page of pentacles. What do I say? See, look, he's looking at his coin as well. And he's like, should I give it away? Ajay is like, don't give it away, but Jin doesn't listen to him, so he's like, whatever. But it's the same. I don't know what to say anymore. It's basically it is about giving away the key to his heart to someone, and I hate to say this, but they might toss it away. Okay, let's have a look at the second quarter. I hate to say though, there's a lot of things going on in 2022 for Yoongi. We have a lot of different types of cards, and it's everywhere. But I guess it's a natural cycle, because I was born in the same year with Yoongi, and according to Eastern astrology, we've just gone out of the period of 3 years of stagnance. So like during the past 3 years, our energies was suppressed by a lot of astrological movements and placements. So in 2022, we're stepping out of that phase. So that's where like the energies are released, and we could get a little bit overwhelmed. Like there's just so much pouring in, you know. Suddenly we open the dam and the water just rushing in. There's a lot of things going on, and so yeah, that's why. But anyway, let's have a look at the second quarter 2022 for Yoongi. This is his career. We have the 4 of Cups, and we have the 8 of Wands. When I saw these 2 cards, I feel like, okay, this is a sudden revelation. I do feel like it could be his mixtape. like the color of this reminds me so much of D2, and also how he announced D2. You know, like he dropped it on D2. It's crazy. It was like so sudden. It's like this strike of lightning. So I do feel like something could drop out of the blue like that. And also we have like the Four of Cups here. It's always about something being kept in the dark. So if he does release these mixtapes, I do feel like it's gonna be in 2 parts. Should I spill? I mean, I don't want to jinx this, but I do feel like it's gonna be released in 2 parts, and nobody expected that. When he dropped the first one, it would be like quite out of the blue, but then he dropped another part, and it's like everyone is going crazy. Yeah, but I also feel like there will be a great opportunity offered to uni as well. It's something out of the blue. It's some kind of an announcement that strikes a lot of inspiration, or as I said, the energies are coming in like rushing in for uni in 2022. So yeah, there could be like an offer, an opportunity that came out of nowhere. It's like could be a phone call. It's a very, very important phone call, but it's like unexpected. That caught him by surprise. Right. Let's have, but I do feel like it could be the second quarter of 2022 is where D3 is coming out. And given what he's been doing in the US lately, we better be prepared. Right, let's have a look at his personal development. It's Queen of Chalices. This is a card of healing, but still, I do still feel the contemplation and drawing back inside of himself. It's not about. I don't feel like he has been hurt before this. But moving from the Page of Pentacles here to the Queen of Chalices, I do feel like he's taken back, or he's reconsidering his decision. He's like, maybe he got more hints, or maybe he listened to his brain more, but still his heart is aching. It's aching for like with so much emotions and what he wants to give away, but I feel like he's channeling that inside himself to really to really know what it is that he wants, and to really like talk to himself about, do we want to take this risk? Do we really want to do this? Because I know that I pick up that he knows that he's gonna get hurt if he does this. But I still feel like with this Queen of Chalices, he's taking the time to persuade himself that whatever decision he's gonna make is the right decision. But also, I feel like he will spend a lot of time talking to himself, like really talk to himself and get in touch with his emotional sides. And like, I feel like the pep talk would go something like, okay, we're gonna get hurt, but getting hurt is a part of life. If we're always afraid of getting hurt, then nothing's gonna happen. We're not gonna live our lives the way we want just because we are afraid of getting hurt. This quote, oh my god, this quote. I watched the Downton Abbey the other day, and it was, I think, the last episode, or maybe the second last. And Tom Brunson said to Mary something like, "You are afraid of getting hurt, but hurting is a part of life, and it should not be something that stops you from being with the person that's right for you, or from doing the thing that is right for you. Hurting is a part of experience. Hurting is a part of how we grow." So I guess somehow the pep talk that Yoongi would have with himself is like, okay, let's get hurt, because getting hurt makes us grow, something like that. Yeah, I do feel like he would spend a lot of time like drinking with himself and like trying to muster up the courage, or not the courage, but like muster up the strength to go forth with what he has wants, his heart wants. Oh my god, my English. And then the last one we have, this is his personal this is his personal relationship. I do feel like this is someone that would give him a lot of advice, but also it's a hybrid, so it could be his higher self. It could also be himself, when we're talking about the pep talk that he's having with himself here. But I do feel like it's someone who feels like a spiritual mentor to Yoongi, that would give him a lot of advice during this time. I think it's mostly considered regarding his love relationship, or like the way he understands himself and the way he sees himself. But yeah, this is really like a really nice, understanding, caring, protective, intuitive person, that would make like, who would reassure Yoongi that what he's doing is right, or like share with him their experience, so that he doesn't feel like what he's doing is too much, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look at the third quarter. This is Yoongi's career. We have Son of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles going on here. Then we have the Fool. Alright, when we have these two cards, I do feel like it's the start of a new project. It's the start of a new era, is what I'm hearing. It could be like after the release of D-3. I'm pretty sure in the first quarter, or not the first, in the first half of 2022, BTS will release their new album as well. And I do feel like that will be the closing, not like the closing, but how to say it? What Jungkook said, that it will open up a new era for them. But I feel like from Yoongi's perspective, it's the end of an era for me. It's the end of a period, or a cycle, or energetic cycle for Yoongi. And the third quarter of 2022 is where he starts a new energetic cycle, with the Fool and the Son of Pentacles. I do feel like this somehow is reflected by what he's going through in his personal development, in his personal relationship throughout the first and the second quarter of 2022. But the Fool is always like, the start of something new. Oh, remember we have the snake spirits, right? And the snake's like shredding the skin. This is the start. I mean, it also indicates the end of the cycle and the start of something new. So I do feel like to Yoongi, maybe it's the start of a new, how to say, a new persona. Why am I hearing persona? I don't know, something in him has changed, and that will be reflected, and that will reflect in the way he produces, in the way he does his job, in his career. Yeah, even though we don't have the Son of Pentacles here, but I do feel like, looking at him, I feel like in this new cycle, Yoongi is a lot more mature. Yeah, I mean, he's 29 now, so but yeah, let's have a look at his personal development. We have the Fool again, so that here, as I said, it goes hand in hand. What's happening in his personal development will reflect in his products, what he creates, because that's what has always happened, right? BTS and Yoongi, they're so true to themselves and so true to their music. Whatever they create is part of them. So it's very natural that everything that's happening in his personal development will reflect in what it is that he creates. And they go hand in hand, they progress at the same pace. So when he reborn, I feel weird using that word, but when a new cycle starts within him, it also starts with his career as well. And I love the repeating cards. Like, we've got a lot of repeating cards in this spread, you will see. Next one we have the Knife Chalices. This is also a very, very nice card. It's like, finally he can sit down and enjoy what is unfold in front of him. This man has gone through a long journey, and now he could just, and he has lost a lot of things along the way. But then I guess at the end, when he sit down and the beautiful sunset is unfolding in front of him, the fogs are behind, he realized that it's not what he's keen throughout this journey, is what he has experienced along the way. So I do feel like, as I said, with the love and with everything that we've discussed so far, I don't feel like this is a heartbreak to Yoongi. It's like he's about to give it, so he's about to give the key to his heart to someone, but then they disappointed him, so he draws back in, and then he realized the whole process of, developing a crush, realizing, well, the emotions, and like about to give it to the other person. That's what matters. It doesn't matter if they end up together or not, or it doesn't matter if he could make them his lover. But what was beautiful is that the period of time that they, or the experience, memories that they've created together, and now it's like, this is a card of peaceful as well, like stillness as well. I feel like having a break, or like sit down, give yourself a break, because everything that he's going through, I feel like everything concerning his relationship is what is going on inside of himself. And I relate to this so much because I am also a water sign, and this is what we do, like, regularly. We are very dramatic within ourselves. Like, we create all these scenarios. We are not analyzing everything that we feel. The other person might not even know it at all, but like, everything's happening within a water sign when it comes to love and romantic relationship. It's crazy. It's very dramatic. We come in, we get out of it all by ourselves, but it's very significant to the way we grow and how we understand ourselves and how we understand how relationship works and things like that. So yeah, and then we have this relationship, personal relationship. It doesn't. Oh, the Hanged Man put me down. Isn't it Junyi? This is Junyi, right? This is funny. Since we have, this is, I do feel like this is this situation that, like, Junyi couldn't do anything about it. He wants to get out of it, but he couldn't. I do feel like this has something to do with the romantic connection that he is trying to establish. It could be like, this is where the period that he's getting disappointed by the other party, but still he could not, like, completely break away from them. I do feel like nothing romantic or nothing officially has been established between them two. But still, like, the disappointment is, it's quite significant. I can't tell what the other person would have done to lead to this, but at this point I feel like Yingi does want to, you know, be excluded from it. But I guess it's not, it could not be done in just one day or two. I feel like it's you know, because it has been going on for 3/4 of the year, so it cannot be cut off just in one day. But yeah, let's have a look at the last quarter of 2022 for Yoongi. As I said, there's a lot of things going on. There's Korea. Oh, we have Two of Cups. I do feel like collaborations. This screams collaboration. And then I have Temperance. Nice, very nice. This is also talking about like creation, you know, putting everything into efforts. It's crying tears. It could be the result of whatever it is going on in his personal life, that will be put into his music, put into what it is that he creates. What are we gonna get, like, heartbreak songs from Yoongi? Have we got any from him? Like a proper heartbreak? I don't know. But these two cards together are really, really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of, I feel like the, yeah, collaboration, as I said, and there's just a lot of like focus on collaborating and creating, and also this is the period when Yoongi focused fully on his career, on creating, on channeling everything within himself into his products, into whatever it is that he's making. Yeah, I just feel a lot of like determination and focus. Yeah, normally the Temperance card is representation of, you know, like relaxing, but I feel like there's a lot of work going on here. Nobody is relaxing in this card. And as I look at this personal development, last quarter of 2022 for Yoongi, 8 of Swords. Okay, this makes sense with the Temperance. I feel like after the Hangman, after what's going on here, his drawing is like he's withdrawing withdrawing from everything else, and it's like call up between himself, inside himself, because the 8 of Swords is always about like being stuck in your head, being imprisoned by your own negative thoughts. So I do feel like this is why you need to channel all of his energy into creating, into working. He's working like crazy because he doesn't want to visit this part of himself yet. It's natural. It's something that happens after you've been disappointed, I guess. It takes time to heal. It takes time to, you know, slowly getting used to it, and then finally being able to face it. I feel like around this time it feels pretty raw, and as I don't see any like dramatic turns of events, but still it's happening over the course of time, and when you realize it, is like disappointed, and you feel like this is very much the situation, you know, when you are so ready about to open up to someone and they hurt you, and then so you just like crawl back into your cave and like, oh my god, I'm never gonna open up to anyone else anymore because everyone is the same. Everyone would hurt me the same just because I show them the more, like, the more parts of me, the more vulnerable parts of me. It's just so easy for them to hurt me, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. This is like, you know, the psychological cycle of how our brains work. It's like, yeah, different stages of heartbreak. Yeah, so look at his, look at this. We have the Fool again. It's another repeating card. This is what's going on with his personal relationships. I think this feels like his friends, the members around him, who would help Yoongi a lot with like distracting him from the Eight of Swords. This is people like cheering him up, doing silly things to make him smile and to like to reassure him that everything's fine and like you can start again and everything can, you know, like to erase everything and start anew. I think that's what the important people around Yoongi would try to do that for him. Like would try to comfort him, try to make him feel better, try to create moments where Yoongi doesn't have to think a lot about. No, it doesn't make sense. I was like trying to create fun and light-hearted moment when they're around Yoongi. I do feel like the members play a significant part in this card, as this card indicates. I do feel like Taehyung and Hoseok, we have them here. Jin will play the Fool's role to cheer Eunice up. But yeah, that's all the tarot cards that we have. Let's have a look at the oracle cards to see if there is any other messages that we could get for 2022 for Yoongi. I'm being told this should be first. Yes, it's time to take actions. I feel like, where is the cards? This also fire. We have quite a few ones in here. Do we? Yeah, we have a few, right? Yeah. So this is, and I was like when I was putting these oracle cards down, the positions are significant. So it has to be here. Is something's happening around this transition from the second quarter to the third quarter, and that's where we have the Fool, the Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and moving away from D3, so that this is a transition. As I said, like when Yoongi's ending his big energetic cycle with D3, and he's moving on, he's taking actions to start something new with the Fool here. Yeah, the Fool is also Aries. Oh, what? Yes, we have new moon in Aries here, and the Fool is an Aries. So yeah, transitioning from the second quarter to the third quarter is where Yoongi focus a lot on creating more, starting a new different cycle regarding his career is what I'm hearing. And this card here is belief in the impossible. When this came out, I was like, okay, this could be regarding the Six of Wands or Eight of Wands here, and also the Six of Wands as well. We have the same color blue in this card here, so it could very well saying that the opportunity, the offers that's coming in, like a straining for Yoongi in his career, is something that is deemed impossible by other people. Also with the situation of the Six of Wands, I've said that they've gone against a lot of adversity to and risk to pursue what it is that they're gonna achieve with the Six of Wands. So if when Yoongi keeps his belief in what he's doing, even though other people say that it's impossible, whatever it is that he believes in will manifest for him. This is a really, really strong card of manifestation, and also indicates like luck, and that the universe is on Yoongi's side. Whatever it is that he wants, whatever it is that he believes is worthy, is coming for him, is materializing for him within the first 2 quarters of 2022. This card here we have the Inner Temple, Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Isn't this what we've been talking about with the Queen of Chalices here as well? Like tuning in with himself to really understand himself, and also like to have the pep talk that we've mentioned, to really ground himself, to heal himself as well. So I do feel like 2022 maybe is very beneficial for you to do a lot of meditation or just talk to himself, maybe like 5-10 minutes a day, but it's important to spend time with himself, and not like running away from it with the Eight of Swords. But also like the Eight of Swords is usually illustrated by trapping yourself within the walls of your thoughts. But when we have this inner temple, it's not. Let's think about it not as a prison made of thoughts, of your own thoughts, but a place where you can reflect, and where you can read your thoughts like a library, and then he will understand himself a lot better if he looks at it from a different perspective. This card here we have the mirror, creating heaven on earth is happening. These together with the Temperance card gives me chill, because this is also like creating, and normally the traditional Temperance cards sometimes are associated with images like this, like a place where you can just relax and be connected to nature, taking time for yourself, like unwind from whatever it is that is going on in life, and just be raw and be natural. This talks about creation, so to me it does feel like Jungi is seeking comfort and healing from what it is that he's creating. Like he's creating music, songs to comfort himself. He's channeling the comforting energy into those songs to heal himself, but also those songs and those melodies heal other people too. But it's also indicating, this card is also indicating a new era, a new I do feel like you need, like after all these things happening, you need is one step closer to peace, to inner peace within himself. They always say once you're being able to find peace within yourself, then you see peace everywhere. All right, let's get to the last cards here. Have slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. This together with the Knight of Chalices cards is like, they're talking about the same thing. But it's also a card of like healing, taking the time, taking a break for yourself, like get enough sleep, or spending time by yourself just to heal from everything that is happening, from all the chaos and from all the disappointment, from the stings this life gave you, from the broken dreams and broken heart. Yeah, the next one we have the Heart of the Matter. There's more going on than meets the eyes. I do feel like this pertains to, there's a lot of love around you. There's a lot of, life is made of so many different things. It's not just love. And even so, when love hurts, it's not everything. Like I talked about, like it's not about the destination, it's the experience. So again, this goes back to, it doesn't matter if Yoongi ends up with this person or not, is the period of time, the memories, the experience that he has, that he would have had with this person is what matters the most. And I do feel like by the end you will realize that, and he will be happy, he'll be glad that everything happens. Right, the last card we have here is luck. I love it. We have belief in the impossible. I mean, in the end, I guess the conclusion is that Yoongi would realize that he's lucky that everything happened. I think in the end he will realize that he's lucky that life goes on, and he's lucky that he could experience all this. He's lucky that all the good things and the not so good things happen, so that he realized that he's living a good life. But also luck is on his side, with manifestation, with career. He's lucky to have a lot of people that loved him surrounding him. He's got love from a lot of sources. That's so weird to say, but like, it doesn't have to come from just one person. He has love coming in from a lot of other people, and this love pouring out of him as well. And I hope he realized that, because I do feel like sometimes Yoongi doesn't know how much love he has inside of him. He doesn't give enough credit to himself when it comes to how to say, a sentimental emotions. He doesn't express this enough, but I also think that he has never thought that he's so capable of giving love and creating love and inspiring love. But I do feel like in 2022, that's the lesson that Yoongi will come to learn as well. Okay, I think that's everything that I've had for 2022 for Yoongi. As I said, there's a lot of things going on. It does look like a very packed and productive and kind of chaotic year for Yoongi. But looking at these cards, things are going up and down, but at the end is, how does you say it? At the end is a very, very significant year for Yoongi. But yeah, that's all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you again for Hoseok's reading. And please stay safe and stay positive wherever you are. And sending the Bangtanis a lot of love and positive thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye!